Welcome back to another episode of Sips and Screams, where twin sister horror movie fanatics sip themed cocktails and discuss our favorites in the genre. Today we are discussing 2026's Hokum, written and directed by Damian McCarthy and starring Adam Scott, Florence Ordesh, Mallory Adams, Austin Emilio, David Wilmot, who played that scene stealer Jerry, Peter Coonan, and Michael Patrick. This one is about a grumpy novelist who travels to Ireland to scatter his parents' ashes and seek redemption, perhaps. It's got a creepy haunted hotel, some very eerie woods that apparently people can hide in for years, goats running rogue in the Ireland landscape and highways, inexplicable bunny costumes. The scariest basement dungeon since Beasel's Hideaway. And oh yeah, a honeymoon suite straight from hell. We cannot wait to unpack this one. I'm Ashley, and joining me today, as always, is my twin sister, Allie. Allie, how are you? Ready to do Hokum? We're doing a new one.
So excited to do Hokum. I know we've been doing a few new ones as of late, and I'm so excited about this one.
And it's kind of been like the spring, summer of horror, right? There's a bunch of new.
It really has. Yes. 2026.
Horror movies.
I mean, bring it.
And we were deciding, I've seen Hokum, I've seen Obsession, I've seen Backrooms. I have not seen Passenger, which I'm really excited to go see.
I haven't seen Obsession or Passenger yet, so no spoilers, please.
No spoilers. I've only seen one of them, so I can't spoil Passenger. But anyhow.
Fair enough, Ash. Just don't. You know what I mean? Like, don't.
We chose Hokum. I think it'll become really clear why.
Yeah.
We kind of go through it, but we chose Hokum because we're like, we got to do this one. We have to do it.
Absolutely.
So we're excited to talk all about it. As always, you can follow us on YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. Our handle is at Sips and Screams Pod. Please like, rate, and subscribe and/or leave a comment. You can also email us at sipsandscreams.podcast@gmail.com, and we are absolutely everywhere where you get your podcasts. All right, it's time. And we're doing this on a Sunday morning. So I think everyone should be impressed with what time is it now.
It is killer cocktail time.
That's right.
I'm scared.
I'm a little scared, but you know what? We're doing it right. We are doing it right. We're paying homage to Right? Adam Scott.
Yeah.
So are you ready to show what we got going on here?
I'm not. Yeah. Well, I'll show this. So in honor of and Albie and, all of them really, we are
Jerry.
drinking our killer cocktail out of flasks today.
And the choices were flasks or like a milk bottle, right?
Yeah.
It could have been a milk bottle.
We could have done a milk bottle. I mean, I'm not against that. We could have done a milk-based cocktail, Ash, honestly.
I mean, yeah. What are we doing? What are we doing
about that? I'm not sure what we're doing. I mean, I know what we're doing. We're torturing ourselves. We're drinking whiskey today, everybody, out of flasks. So, this wasn't a good idea. I'm not even sure what we're doing right now.
We're going to sip it.
We're going to sip it. We're going to sip it. Yeah.
You know what? We're going back. Our first podcast episode that we ever did for Sips and Screams was 1408, and we drank whiskey, a cocktail.
We did. We made a cocktail.
This has some parallels to 1408, so we're going to do it. Okay, so we filled our flasks. They're really cute. I like the color of yours. It's like a turquoise.
Yeah, mine's pink.
Yeah.
Mine's like a turquoise.
Did we coordinate this and order from Amazon? Yes, we did.
They're the exact same one, right, Ash?
Yeah, I think it's the same one.
Cute. They don't hold a lot.
No,
but I guess that makes sense.
They kind of keep it insulated. Which is cool, but I don't know.
Listeners, we're just delaying the inevitable here. We are dreading taking
a sip of
whiskey. Ash, what kind of whiskey did you pour in your flask?
Crown Royal, because I never drink whiskey, and it's literally left over from probably 2 years ago.
Probably it's from our very first epispisode, guys, when we did 1408.
It's been aging for 2 years, so it should be good.
My husband likes whiskey, so this is Old Forester. Again, I don't really know much about
whiskey. Is that Irish? Is it Irish whiskey?
I think it's Kentucky. I don't think so. Old Forester doesn't really sound Irish, but listeners, correct me if I'm wrong. I think it's Kentucky, but that would be bourbon. I don't know. You know what?
Allie, let's get to it. Okay. All right. We're going to take a sip of the whiskey from our little flasks here. I took the smallest sip. The look on your face. I took a very small sip.
Yeah, I don't know how people do this. Yeah, I don't love it. How did Ohm do this? And he was just chugging this back while in the room.
I didn't fill mine to the top.
Well, taking another one, everybody. Join us. I guess if you got some whiskey, LeJohn would have been all over this.
LeJohn would have. LeJohn was doing shots of whiskey when we interviewed him for Beasel. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, whatever. We're doing it. It feels warm. It's like a warm feeling.
I feel like I can taste the metal.
Yeah.
Which isn't good. I don't recommend it, everybody.
It gets you in the fillings.
Gets you in the fillings.
It tastes weird.
Oh,
yeah.
It doesn't taste good.
No, this is my first flask though. I don't know where you would like some people will like put it in like their coat pocket. Like this is pretty big.
Do people still do that? I don't know. But
I don't know.
We digress. Cheers, everybody. We're excited to get into Hokum.
Okay, it is time for Sips and Synopsis. Allie, why don't you take it away and tell us about the crazy plot of Hokum? Cheers.
Cheers. I'm very excited to get into this one. Again, it's a really recent one for us. I mean, this just came out in May 2026.
Yeah.
In honor of Bauman, I believe it is.
Bauman.
Taking a little swig of that. I gotta say, when I first watched it on streaming recently, when this movie opened, I was like, what the hell is this? I don't know if other listeners had that thought, but I certainly did. Did not get me right away, but I was just very confused about what was going on. It opens with what looks like a sort of AI, like a video game almost, I'd say.
An AI video game.
Yeah, it reminds me of like an AI, like creative video game. It's a soldier and a little boy in the desert.
Yeah. Okay, maybe.
And you're like, what the hell is this? Like, I thought this was a movie about a haunted hotel.
I did think when I first turned it on, I'm like, oh, did I like click on the wrong movie?
Yeah, come on. We all thought that. So I'm saying, listeners, let us know, but you definitely thought. No,
it goes very quickly.
Ash, it doesn't go quick enough. You're confused. Okay. By the moment the time's opening up, soldier, little boy in the desert trying to find some place. And then it cuts between that scene. And then we meet Bauman, played by Adam Scott, who's fantastic in this movie. And he is writing this story from his laptop in a very dark kitchen with just a single lamp. Really dark kitchen, single lamp, drinking that whiskey from his little whiskey glass. Seems to be enjoying himself as he writes a very, very sad ending to this story. Apparently it's a trilogy.
This house, though, that he's writing in is beautiful. I mean,
it is.
It's modern. It's like a juxtaposition with the hotel that we're going to see later. His house is very modern.
This house, it is.
Yeah.
Some interesting things in that house. So he's there writing the ending of the story. It's incredibly bleak, right? There's a map that's inside this
so
bottle.
sad.
He can't get it out. They're in a desert, so there's no way to open it. So the soldier
There's
only
one way to open it.
Yeah, one way and only one way to open it. And that is to crack that bottle against someone's skull. So he leaves it where you assume that the soldier cracked it against the kid's skull.
So is
this your bone to pick with it, Ash? Is this your bone?
I have a bone to pick. Okay. He doesn't have to break the bottle. All he has to do is get the cork out. You could do that with like a shoe. If you like hit it really hard, it will like pop out. There's some, I don't know, TikTok or like YouTube. There's some like trick you can use to get the cork out. Also like at all those, the Jewish weddings when they like stomp on the thing.
Yeah.
And they break the bottle with their shoe.
There's like a hard surface underneath. I think that's the thing. Like there is no hard surface to stomp your foot against, right? It's just a sand. It was just sink further into it.
I was just looking for any other
so would I.
possibility.
The fact that you go immediately. But anyway, I mean, I think from the very beginning, right, we learned Bauman, kind of dark.
Yeah. He's dark.
He's dark. He's writing in his house. He looks up and, throughout the entire movie, what the director did with the scares, brilliant in my opinion, right? And so,
unexpected.
It starts right out. He sees a figure on a stairwell.
You're like, hey, he puts the light up to it.
Oh I know. He shines the light on it. It's not there anymore. He turns the light down and, you're sort of thinking like lights out, right? But, it's not getting closer to him. Now there is a figure behind him. Yeah. Looks to be a woman who's bleeding from the head in a yellow dress. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We learn more about who she is later, but he's contemplating some things. He opens up an old box. There's some pics of his mother, a picture of what looks like was taken in Ireland. A lot of foreshadowing happening in those first 2 minutes.
It doesn't look like it was taken in Ireland. It could have been anywhere. It
doesn't look like it. It says on the back.
She's standing next to a redwood tree, which they have in Canada.
Okay. They have those everywhere. You're right. Ash, okay. I stand corrected.
You're like, it's Ireland only.
No, it says that it was taken in Ireland. It's written on the back. Like back when you would have these physical photos,
mystery solved.
people would write the years on the back. But okay, there was a lot of foreshadowing happening.
It's like Mom
in the first 3 minutes of that movie.
Yes. Ireland.
Yes. And also in that box is an old gun.
Yeah.
Gun was kept, Ash? I still have questions about that.
Well,
We'll get to that later.
Spoiler alert.
Well, but I guess it's during this moment, as he's looking at the gun, looking at the picture of his mom taken in Ireland, and then glancing over at mom and dad's ashes on the mantle, he gets the idea to go spread his parents' ashes in Ireland, where they had their honey.
Yeah, so I guess it wasn't like their dying wish. He just wanted to do it.
I think he just got that idea in that moment, like a few whiskeys deep, writing the ending to a very bleak story. And he's like, yeah, I'm going to go to Ireland and I'm going to spread my parents' ashes by this oak tree.
I'm going to finish writing my book.
Yeah.
Two birds, one stone.
Exactly. So he's now we cut to Ohm. He's in Ireland driving, on the other side of the road and driving through these woods in Ireland. He sees some things on his way to the hotel. He sees a van in the woods. Kind of curious about that, I guess. But then he arrives at the Bilberry Woods Hotel. Very quaint.
So good.
Yeah. It's such a quaint hotel. It's like exactly what you want for a haunted haunted hotel movie. I mean, it is everything you want for a haunted hotel.
It's everything.
Yes.
This is horror perfection.
It really is. And so on his way there, he meets in the parking lot. We meet Fergal. Fergal, I believe his name is, right? For the very first time. One of the groundskeepers of the hotel. And he's taking care of a goat. I guess there's an issue with goats there where, they jump on people's cars. So they've got a crossbow that they use to take care of that. And then they, I guess, bring him out to the woods. I mean, it's very sad, honestly. And, it's interesting because Ohm even says, like, you couldn't just shoo them away. He's showing a little bit of his humanity in those first 5 minutes of the movie.
Yeah, he's like, use a hose. You can use a hose on it to shoo it away. He's like, no, this is the only way.
Yeah, it's the only way. So Ohm makes his way into this hotel. He's just always kind of like looking confused, right? Like he knows he's there. He knows the reasons why he's there, but he's just very confused. And inside the hotel, I mean, this is such a great, probably 60 seconds of the movie. And, but the first time I watched it, I wasn't clocking the importance of that scene. On rewatch, certainly was. There's an older gentleman who's telling the story of this witch to the children in the lobby of the hotel. And Ohm is like, what the hell are you doing? Like telling the story to these children.
Twins, like they're from like The Shining, these two little boys.
Oh yeah, the little boys are great. Yeah. I mean, it's everything
are they
you
your
want
kids?
in like a horror movie. No,
they're not his kids.
Yeah, but he's the owner of the hotel, this older man. He's telling them the story about how there was this witch and she would shackle her prey before taking them into the underworld.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think, the first time when you watched it, like I wasn't thinking much of that, but guys, that's an important scene in those first 5 minutes of the movie.
Because you're too distracted by the weird figurines.
Yeah. It's a lot going on.
The twins,
it's a lot. And I think that's on purpose, right? I think this is why this movie is a double. You have to watch it at least twice. But yeah, he's arriving. It's the day before Halloween, we learn also. So it's in October. And he's going to check in. I guess his name precedes him. Ohm Bauman he's famous. He's written a lot of books, I guess, that are pretty popular, at least with children or people's sons, because that's what the front desk guy says. We meet Mal for the first time.
Kids are reading this? I mean, I guess you and I read
he said his son. He said he would love to have it. Yeah, he said he would like to have his son, for Ohm to sign his son's book, and he declines. Yeah. So I think children are reading it. I think it's like
nah, I'm not going to sign that.
Yeah, he's
a reluctant celebrity.
He is reluctant. He's very grumpy, as you said earlier. He's not in the best of moods. But yeah, we learned Halloween party. He's like, please keep me far away from that.
Yeah. I'd be the opposite. Like, I think that would sound like really fun. There's going to be costumes. Maybe some bunnies, costumes, who knows?
I mean, I would be down. Like, and also the atmosphere of this hotel, like really evokes like scariness. I would absolutely love that. Like, sign me up. Yeah. So Ohm Bauman goes to his room, can't find it at first. And this is where we meet Fiona, another hotel worker.
But he can't find it. Dude just gives up. He's like, it should be here.
It should be here. He doesn't like look around. Like, it's obviously a numbered room.
It's just keep going.
Yeah. Keep going. He's rude to Fiona. He's just rude to everybody.
Yeah. He's a rude guy.
But yeah, so, Fiona, after he's rude to her, she actually shows him to his room. And then now we cut to, I guess, one of the reasons Ohm is there is to spread his parents' ashes. So he's found that oak tree. He finds it pretty quickly, I got to say. So there's a picture. I guess
just the picture to go off of.
Yeah, just the picture. And he finds it pretty quickly in the woods. He brings his parents' ashes. He sort of gracefully, if you can do that, lays his mother's ashes.
Yeah.
Very, intentional, very like soft, calm, kind of puts them all around the tree. And then he gets his dad's ashes out and he just dumps those.
Just dumps them.
I mean, it was there was a very different approach
was actually
to dumping
funny.
his mom and his dad's ashes. Yeah. But
He
and
said
then
so much without saying anything. You know what I mean?
He really did. I mean, this movie does that a lot without any words. A lot happens. But then on his way back, he's going through the woods again. He sees another dead goat, or is it the same dead goat? I was confused by that. I think it's another dead goat because I think that we meet Jerry, who lives in the woods in the van, who he saw earlier. He likes to mix his milk, his magic mushrooms that he gets with goat's milk. So I think, do you think Jerry killed the goat, Ash, or was that the goat they dumped from before and he got some milk?
Jerry would never. Jerry's like, no.
So Jerry did not kill the goat.
Jerry is not cruel to the animals. No, I don't know if it was the same goat because then they would have found Jerry. You know what I mean? So
but he did take the milk. He took the milk from the goat. Because that's clear, because he uses goat's milk to mix
when it
his
was dead.
Mushrooms. Well, I don't know. You tell me. It seems that way.
You can do that when it's dead.
Well, I'm not sure. I don't know. I was confused.
He killed the goat and then got the milk out. No.
No. Maybe he restrained it, got the milk, and then killed it. I don't know.
You're making Jerry very dark, and I don't want that to happen.
I'm not. But explain to me why there was that goat. Is that the same goat as earlier? That's all. Like listeners, what do you think? Is that the same goat? And they dumped it because they would dump them in the woods.
I mean, I guess he was by the goat. I don't know. I don't want to think. I didn't take away.
And he talks about liking his magic mushrooms and goat milk. Like, I made the connection. I think it's pretty obvious.
To be honest, I didn't connect the goat's milk.
I did.
I didn't think goat's milk and the goat.
Yeah, well, where do you think he got the goat's milk, Ash? It wasn't going to the grocery store.
It's just, I don't
know. I'm not sure if you can get goat's milk once the goat is already dead.
Think of cows. They're in a farm and you're milking them. And
but I don't know if you can get pasture and they're not sure.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think you can. I don't think you want to.
So maybe he milked it first and then it died? Like, who killed it?
Or maybe there's some other goats that are still alive and this was the goat from before.
So this was the goat from before that was dumped. And
I don't even know.
Well, can someone, listeners, let us know. Was that the same goat? Where did he get the goat's milk? I'd like to know.
I think
a lot of it too.
They run amok. I think
you just milk them? So you just milk goats in the wild? I don't think so.
He's milking
I think you have to restrain
He's
that goat.
He's not doing it when they're dead.
I don't know. That's what
they're hopped up. They're hopped up on magic mushrooms, right? Exactly. They're high. And
he's milking them while they're high. Why is it dead?
Killing them? Because it's the goat from the crossbow.
Is it?
Yes, it got killed. It looked the same.
Okay. All right. So Jerry's just. Why is Jerry by it though? No, explain this to me. It doesn't make any sense. Why is he by the goat?
Because he lives in the woods.
No, he went to get the milk.
He's going to bury the goat. He's going to give it a proper...
He said he buries them after. No, okay, listeners, let us know. I'm telling you, there's more to this, and I think he killed the goat for the milk. Okay, but, Jerry also has some moonshine that he supplies to Ohm because, Ohm's just been through something pretty traumatic by spreading his parents' ashes.
Yeah.
So now we cut to...
Before we move on, would you
be back on the goat?
Would you
Take moonshine from a stranger in the woods?
Yeah, would you drink moonshine with Jerry though?
No.
Because I would.
By the end of the movie, yes. At the beginning of the movie, no. I wouldn't drink moonshine from a stranger in the woods, Ash. No, I wouldn't do that.
I guess, knowing what I know now. The second time through, I'm like, yeah, Jerry. And I'm like, I'll have it.
Jerry's very lovable. You don't think that at the beginning though. But yeah, anyway, it's now nighttime and Ohm is in that hotel bar just drinking more of his whiskey.
Looks fun.
Yeah, it does look kind of fun. We meet Fiona again. So she's tending the bar. And he's telling Fiona about his recent story that he wrote and that incredibly bleak ending.
Yeah. She's not having it.
She's not. And I love that actually, because she says it's really bleak. He makes a joke about how when they make it into a movie, they'll make it a happier ending. But he also weirdly tells Fiona that she reminds him of his mother.
Yeah. Okay.
Whatever woman wants to hear. But yeah, he tells her that.
Indeed.
He also mentions that he shows her a picture too. And she's mentions that she looks young in it. And he says that she died a little bit after that picture was taken.
How did she die though?
Shot in the face when she was coming home from work.
Shot in the face.
Yeah. And, you're starting to learn a little bit about how she died. Fiona asks if they ever caught the person and Ohm says that they were too young, to be charged and that they should have hanged him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of foreshadowing happening here.
There is. And then, again, the first time you watch, you don't realize it. So you got to do a rewatch on this movie. But Ohm asks about the honeymoon suite. And we learn that no one's allowed to go up there. And that's actually the reason why is because it's haunted by a witch.
Like, don't tell someone you can't go up there. Like that's all I want to do.
More. Exactly.
I want to go up there. Why? What's with all the secrecy? Like, obviously I want to go up.
I know. And so does Fiona. So she's really intrigued by that, right? She even has a book on like folklore and witch lore and everything. And she even shows it fortuitously to Ohm, right? That if you're ever, witches ever chasing you, get some chalk, draw a circle around yourself and you'll be protected.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, even I know that.
Yeah, well,
from some other movies.
Skeleton Key. But yeah. You should just carry chalk with you at all times. Actually, just in case,
You never know.
Yeah. But the people that work in this hotel, some of them are really lovely, really nice. Albie, the bellboy, he's really excited that Bauman is there. Albie, the bellboy, and he's also a writer. And he comes in, he tells the story about how he saw the witch once.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, how he was going. So there's the honeymoon suite. How you get there is there is a specific elevator that gets you there and it's locked. There's like a gate in front of it. You have to use the key to open that and then you get in the elevator and you can go up. So it's very secure. The key itself is hung around the owner, the older man that we saw at the very beginning of the movie.
Yeah.
And it's always on him. He does not let anyone go up there because it's haunted and there's a witch that haunts it.
Love it.
But Albie claims that he saw the witch in a really great scene in the movie. And you sort of see that very first glimpse of the witch. And I don't know if you clocked this, Ash.
What?
I think this is the one and only time the title of the movie is used in the movie.
Oh, yeah.
This when he's describing it.
Hokum.
He says Hokum, yeah. So Albie's
Do you know what Hokum means?
Like ridiculousness, foolishness.
Yeah, baloney, hogwash.
Yeah. And so,
but like you don't say it in everyday language.
No, but Ohm uses it after Albie talks about seeing the witch, and so it was really great. Because I think when I first watched it, I thought Hokum was the name of the witch, but that's not the case.
It's not like Beazle.
No, it's not Beazle. Exactly. But yeah, so Ohm not very nice to Albie. Albie shares that he's also a writer. Ohm's super rude to him. He even goes so far as to. It's ridiculous. Burn him with a spoon.
Burn him. And he's like, you need thicker skin than that if you're going to be a writer. Like, dear God, that's assault. That is assault. He assaulted him. And Albie's like, what the hell, man?
Yeah, like Albie's reaction was very valid.
He burns him with a spoon, guys. He heats up the spoon under a candle
thing. Yeah.
And he just like kind of covertly does it and then just like puts it on his hand. Like, dear God. Dear God.
Horrible. He's horrible.
It's like putting a cigarette on someone.
Yeah, it is. It's absolutely horrible. But then, cut to later in the evening, Fiona's cleaning up. She realizes that Ohm has left his recorder, right? He left the recorder and the picture of his mom at the bar.
Yeah.
His recorder has this intuition that something's off there.
His recorder is like where he records all his ideas. Right. Yeah. So there's some real disparaging things on there about poor Albie.
It's not nice.
Energy vacuum. What do you call him? He's so mean.
It was so mean. It's like horrible.
But Fiona wants him to have this stuff back. So
she does. She wants him to have it back. She goes up to the room. She's knocking on the door. He's not answering. And, she calls Albie over for help. And I got to say, Albie was smart. He's like, well, yeah, he's probably like passed out because he was very, very drunk at the bar earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But she just feels like something's off. So she asks Albie to open the door.
God.
They go in and what they see, and this was just shocking when you're watching the movie for the first time, just Ohm Bauman, he hung himself in his room. So his body is just dangling from the ceiling at that point.
It is shocking.
It really is. It is. It's shocking. And then it cuts to sort of this black and white where we see Ohm, he's in an elevator. We see his dead mother and, so clearly some time has passed, things are happening. And now Ohm, cuts to Ohm waking up in the hospital.
I thought that scene, because when it cuts to him in the elevator, black and white, I thought it was like purgatory. You know what I mean?
No, so well, I think maybe it was.
Yeah. And then he goes into the hospital.
Yeah. Maybe it was some decision he had to make. But yeah, so Ohm did survive that suicide attempt. Fiona and Albie saved him. He wakes up and he goes back to the hotel now to get his stuff because, killed himself. I guess wasn't expecting to come back, but he does go back at this point to get the things that he left there.
Gotta go get my things. He doesn't have I don't even know how to really put this into words. There's no shame. There's no anything. He's like, I guess I should apologize to her. He's not even happy to be alive.
He's not.
It's so weird.
Not.
Maybe you should thank her.
Right. So Ohm is back at the hotel. Mal is now at the front desk and he's there to get his stuff. And we actually learn at this point because he asks about Fiona, who found him, and he wants to thank her. We learned that Fiona has actually been missing since the Halloween party, which happened the night after Ohm tried to kill himself.
And it's been a couple of weeks.
Yeah, it's been 3 weeks, I guess. Fiona's been missing ever since that night.
There's
offers detectives there. Yeah.
No, but he offers up so much information.
He does.
To Ohm, the context, which is kind of funny. On the rewatch, I was laughing at it. It's and then she was talking to Jerry outside the hotel. And then she was never seen again. And also Jerry's missing. Yeah. And Jerry killed his wife. And Jerry's been hiding in the woods for 10 years. You're like, wait, what? Why are you telling him all this?
I didn't know anything about Jerry before, except for the fact that he drank his magic mushrooms with goat milk and lived in the woods. And now you learn that he's been hiding in the woods for 10 years and apparently killed his wife and was the last person to see Fiona alive.
Yeah. I can't even because they're and he's never been seen again. He's in the woods. You could probably just walk in there and find him Ohm did. He's just hanging out
for
there.
him to find him.
He has a van.
All of the goats, I think that's why you find him. He needs that milk. Ohm asked some pretty basic questions to Mal. Have they searched the hotel? Mal's like, yeah. And he even asks, have they searched the honeymoon suite?
Yeah, no need.
Right? And no need. It's locked. No need to go up there. But he even, says Fiona was intrigued by it. She thought it's haunted. No,
we're going there.
Yeah. I mean, that's where this whole movie's headed. All right. So Ohm's heading to the airport. He's got his stuff, learned about Fiona. He's on the way. He notices, I guess, Jerry's van in the woods. So, why is he the only one that notices? I don't know why the cops can't find him. Goes in the woods, finds Jerry. Yeah.
He found him in 2 seconds.
I know. He found him. He found him exactly in 2 seconds. But, this is where we learn that, Jerry did kill his wife 10 years ago. Mercy killed her because she was dying. So euthanized her. Yeah. And he said he also said that he knows Fiona's dead and that he saw her.
Oh, I love this.
Right. So good. So Jerry's been living in the woods for some time. So he goes to the hotel to stock up on medication once the guests leave, which is smart. Again, Jerry's got some resourcefulness in him.
What medication is he getting? Is it the magic mushrooms? Or is it opioids? Or what is it?
It's not the magic mushrooms. I would imagine it's Tylenol and Advil and maybe some opioids. I doubt they're leaving that around, but maybe some cough syrup. I don't know, Ash. Yeah. Some things, maybe Band-Aids. I'm not sure. But he said he went to the hotel and he actually saw Fiona. So he's in the hotel lobby and he hears the mechanical call bell ring. He sees it to the honeymoon suite. So the way these work, it's mechanical. It's essentially a really long rope.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you can pull it and then it rings the bell in the lobby. And so it's a mechanical way to call down to the front desk. It's so great. The sound is amazing. Mm-hmm. He hears it ring and then he sees Fiona pointing to it. Yeah. And the way Jerry, when he describes it too and kind of does the visual to Ohm, it's so great. So he thinks Fiona's definitely dead and definitely in the honeymoon suite. And he's going to go back tonight after everyone has left the hotel because they're closing up for the season. He's going to go back and get to that honeymoon suite and see if Fiona's there. And we also learned that he actually was able to get the key. So he broke into the owner's house, stole the key, and he's ready to go.
And one, I think, really important thing here is that they have the discussion about the magic mushrooms. Yes. Because at first, you're right. Ohm is like, okay, but you were high on mushrooms. Did you actually see her? And then he says, Jerry says, yes, that's how I was able to see her.
He's like, opens your mind up.
Yeah. Taking the mushrooms opens your mind up so you can see things that normally would be inhibited, right? Exactly. If you were not under the influence. So I think that's an important point as well.
It is. It is. And Jerry's pretty knowledgeable on this, right? So him and Ohm are sitting in the woods. They're waiting for those last cars to leave. And when they hear the last one, they go
hanging out in the van.
To the hotel. Yeah. Yeah. They go back to the hotel. Jerry doesn't think that he really wants to get a weapon. He goes in, he gets the crossbow to bring with them.
I love
much to Ohm's, disagreement.
I love I love the sources of light too. It's like so old school. And we'll talk more about that when I talk about some of the behind the scenes. But like he has like a mining,
the light.
head mounted
Jerry
light.
has the, yes.
And then, Ohm has like the old school lantern, which is so great. And it's just
Like there's
everything
no
about
flashlight
it
to be had. Yeah.
No flashlights. I'm like, let's make it more eerie. It's so much better without them.
And it takes place in modern day, right? There's like laptops and everything. Like
There's
cell phones.
laptops. Yeah. No, there's no cell phones in it actually.
All right. So Ohm and Jerry breaking into the hotel. Jerry's going to get the crossbow. But Ferg, the groundskeeper, hadn't left yet. So Ferg grabs Jerry and takes him to the guards, which is, I guess, their version of police, I believe is what they're called.
He puts him in like a chokehold.
Headlock.
Like
He puts him in a
Steve
headlock. He makes him
Austin.
pass out. He makes him pass out. And then he puts him in the back of his van and he drives him to the guards, I guess. So that leaves
he
Ohm
zip
in the hotel
ties
alone.
him too.
He does.
Zip tags him. He zip tags him.
Yeah. And so poor Jerry's dragged out to the back of the van and is being taken to the guards because there's a couple of reasons they're trying to find Jerry at that point. Killed his wife. And also he was the last person to see Fiona alive. So they have some questions for him. Yeah. But Ohm, back to the hotel, Ohm is alone in the hotel room. So just him now with this little lantern and he hears the honeymoon suite.
He sees
bell
it.
ring. He sees it. And like the sound,
So
like in the
good.
dark room with that sound is so effective. It's absolutely amazing.
He got the key though. How did he get the key? Did Jerry gave it to him?
That's the thing that I'm actually was confused by. I mean, I guess Jerry must have given it to him before he goes to get the crossbow. But yeah, I was a little confused by that as well. Yeah. But he has the key. So now he has access to the honeymoon suite. He just heard the bell ring. So he's like, okay, I'm going to go. Opens that gate, gets in the elevator. But before, while he's in that elevator, this is when he starts taking swigs out of that flask.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he has a
Wouldn't
flask.
you?
That he
My
had.
God.
Yeah,
You're
I
alone
would.
in this abandoned.
Yeah.
It's closed for the season, everybody. There's no one in this hotel.
I know.
It's closed for the winter season. He's the only one there.
Yeah. And he had
I'd be
the
swigging out of
flask.
that flask too.
So would I. But he had it, I guess, like in his possession from before he tried to kill himself. So he's swigging out of that. So he gets up to the honeymoon suite. Everything's like dusty. The lights work though. The lamps work in the suite.
The lamp. Okay. I found it was so interesting.
It's very abandoned.
When they turn on the lights though, it's to all the lamps. I've never seen that. I've never seen it connected to all the lower level lighting. Usually it's like the top lighting.
Yeah, true. I think some of the newer hotels will have that.
Have that?
Where you can like press a button
This is
and
an
everything
old-
turns on at once.
Oh,
yeah.
that'd be cool.
Yeah. But this is an old one, so it shouldn't be that way. But yeah, as he goes in the room, like I think you look around the room, it's abandoned. Stuff's very old in it, dusty. Everything's in like disarray in this room.
Yeah.
So not only have people not stayed there, but it's in disarray. They're like the bathtub, for instance,
Ew.
still has water in it. How
Is
the
it
bathtub still has
blood?
water? There are champagne
Is it
glasses.
dirt?
I know. I think it's dirt.
No one knows. It looks like
No one
blood.
knows. But like there are champagne glasses. There's like an empty bottle of champagne. Like it's like someone had their honeymoon there and they never cleaned it. They
never
just
cleaned
boarded that thing up. Bathtub and all.
What happened here? I don't think they changed the sheets. Like it's disgusting.
Oh no, they did not change the sheets. There's like a bed in it that has a curtain around it.
Yeah.
It's like the white, like dirty sheets. Yeah.
Who
they did not
wants
change
the
this.
curtain around? I think that's so weird. Like, this whole movie is very claustrophobic, but that's like just why? Like it's like mosquito netting. Like why would you need that in like the
It's like
honeymoon
mosquito
suite?
netting.
Oh, you're
Like
really
the
enjoying that
princess
whiskey, aren't you?
Yeah, it's great. All right. So after Ohm kind of searches the whole room, he doesn't find anything in there, like no signs of Fiona at this point, right? And he decides he'll take a little nap on that bed that's covered with
he decides he's going to take a nap.
Yeah, he just takes a little nap. He doesn't find anything there. He goes in and he takes a little nap. And while he's napping, he has some crazy dreams.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah. He dreams of a child who's playing with a gun and then accidentally shoots a woman while watching this TV show, right? It's this very like kind of eerie dream. And
But what's
I
on
guess
the TV
before
show,
he's waking
Al?
up. Well, at that
Dear
point, you
God.
don't know yet. But you see, it's not even on the TV, but it's this donkey creature. It's a donkey.
Rabbit.
No, it's a donkey, apparently.
Oh, it's a donkey?
Jackass. It's a donkey, yes.
Okay, you're right. Very Donnie
The
Darko.
most horrifying, very Donnie Darko. It's the most horrifying, like, child TV show host you've ever seen in your life. And like it even peers into
Big ears.
into the bed. It's like very,
Bulging
very creepy.
eyes.
Yeah. So again, like the movie does a really good job at kind of these really subtle, very creepy moments that will all add up, but you don't really know what's going on yet. And at that point, he wakes up because Mal's in the room. Mal has found him, who was freaking out because his father-in-law, who owns the hotel, realizes that the honeymoon suite key has been stolen.
Mal's kind of spineless.
Yeah, no kidding.
He is.
He is. He's
has no
spineless.
backbone, this Mal.
No,
like
he doesn't. His father-in-law sent him in there. The key's missing. But, father-in-law trying to save people from, impending doom. But yeah, Mal's in there. They're looking around. He's talking to Ohm. Ohm said, because kind of the reason he's up there. Mal's like, we got to get out of here. She's not here. Fiona's not here. And before they're about to leave, Ohm notices the dumbwaiter, and then it's slightly open. Yeah, so these dumbwaiters were used to, I guess, bring supplies from the basement or other parts of the hotel to the honeymoon suite.
Yeah.
And there's a little button that takes it up and down. It's kind of like a little mini elevator.
I love the standoff between them is like, nope, you have to go.
Yeah, don't do it. We have
Don't
to
press
go.
that button. He's like a little kid.
It's so good.
Press it.
He's very aggressive. He wants him to not press the button to bring the dumbwaiter up.
So
but
good.
yeah, Ohm presses it. Mal goes running. And what does Ohm find when that dumbwaiter gets all the way up? Fiona's dead body.
But she's sitting there. She's crumpled up on the dumbwaiter. Yeah, she's dead. Yeah, well, she's crumpled up. She's like in this small little dumbwaiter thing in a fluffy bunny costume, partially decomposing. It is quite the sight.
Her eyes are open too.
Yeah, I know. I don't think you die, but think of how she died. If she was dehydrated or malnourished, your eyes would eventually close. You would go to sleep.
But we don't know. Well, we're not exactly sure how she died.
There is no effort to close her eyes. I'll say that. They're just staring at her she has piercing blue eyes. There's no effort.
Well, it's just Ohm at this point, right?
Still.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm just going to let her stare at me.
Yeah. Mal has now locked Ohm in the room, right? There's no way out. He's locked in this honeymoon suite now with the dead body of Fiona. One thing I did notice too, it didn't seem to smell. There was no reaction about the smell of the body, which we can talk about. I'm very curious.
No reaction to the smell,
that.
to the open eyes.
To the sight. Yeah.
She's decomposing. Yeah. No reaction.
Yeah. But now, Ohm's locked in there. Flashback time, which I love. I love the use of flashbacks in this movie. We're back at the night of the Halloween party. So at this point, Fiona's very well and alive. Doesn't seem that happy though. And we learn that she actually kept Ohm's recorder. So Ohm had a recorder, as we mentioned earlier, that he used to record his ideas for his books.
You knew that was going to come back. You knew it.
Did. Oh yeah. Recorders in horror movies are synonymous. It's great. And so she has the recorder. She's kept it. At this point, she doesn't know if Ohm's ever going to wake up, right? Because it's right after they found him and he's been in a coma in the hospital. But Fiona's hanging out with Mal at the front desk, drinking some tea. Mal's encouraging her to drink more of that tea, right? To finish it up.
If anyone's encouraging you to drink up a drink that you're not drinking, alarm bells going off. Don't do it.
Don't do it.
Just pour it down the drain, guys. Allie, drink up. We're in different states. There's some, I spiked that with magic mushrooms.
But yeah, clearly that tea was not okay. It was definitely spiked with something. We see that Fiona's disoriented and Mal takes her up to the honeymoon suite, puts her in the dumbwaiter, presses that button, and then she's just pushed down to the basement.
Nighty-night.
Yeah.
And no one saw them going up.
No one saw them going up. He gets her in the elevator. I mean, yeah, we're learning more and more, right? Mal's not a good guy.
No.
He clearly disposed of Fiona in her disoriented state in the honeymoon suite, down the dumbwaiter, who I guess she just now in the basement. And that there's a button for the dumbwaiter in the basement, but it doesn't work. So that's a one-way trip unless you figure out a way to get yourself back up.
Yeah.
Ohm realizes Fiona had the recorder. He takes that recorder, starts playing it. We learn a lot as he plays it, right?
Yeah.
So Fiona wakes up when she's down there. She starts recording on there just in case something bad happens.
She's so calm.
She is calm. In the beginning of this, she is. And so we learn that she's pregnant. Mal's the father. Right? The guy that drugged her. He's upset because she wants to keep the baby. And so she's realizing that he basically put her there to die.
Yeah.
In the dumbwaiter, right? Nowhere to go in the basement.
She's giving it all. She's like, if they find me,
really is.
the cops find that, he did it.
Yeah, I know. So, Ohm, meanwhile, is hearing this. He's trying to find a way out. He's still stuck in this room. He finds a little door. He tries to go in there. He still can't get out. No, meanwhile, it cuts to, remember we have Jerry who's being taken by Fergal to the guards. He wakes up in the back of the van and actually is able to escape, jumps out the van.
With the ties on his wrists.
I know,
with
the zip ties. It was impressive. And so, maybe there's some hope for Ohm. You start to see that. But, Ohm continues to drink out of this flask as he's trying to find a way out of this room. He goes back to the dumbwaiter, and Fiona's not there this time.
Yeah.
No Fiona's body. Obviously, he left her there before when he put her up, but no Fiona to be found. He's looking for her. He's hearing screaming. He's hearing things on the intercom. The lights go out. He's hearing knocks on the door. He's hearing the TV. The TV turns on now.
Yeah.
And, there's things in the background. The TV turns on, and this is where we again see Jack, the jackass, the children.
The children's telephone host.
Yeah.
In quotation marks.
Yeah. The children's show TV host, who's the creepiest thing, as we said earlier, you could ever imagine. Some donkey looks, kind of like the Saw guy. It's absolutely terrifying. He's reading a letter from Ohm Bauman about how he accidentally killed his mom, right, when he's playing with his dad's gun. So obviously you were assuming that's what happened, but this is where you find out, what actually happened.
It's a good twist.
Clearly has some trauma there. It is a really good twist. It is. So yeah, Ohm was the one when he was the kid who killed his mom.
He did save the gun.
He did. He kept the gun all those years. That was my question. I'm assuming it was the same gun. Kept the gun.
It was his father's gun. Maybe he got the gun when his father passed.
Maybe. So maybe his dad kept the gun that killed his wife. Yeah. Anyway.
But my one question was, he flew to Ireland. You can bring the gun on the plane? What?
He didn't bring the gun on the plane.
He didn't? Yes, he had the gun.
No, he didn't have the gun.
Oh, he did. I thought he had the gun.
No, the ashes were, I thought the same thing. The ashes were in the box. You thought it was the gun. It was actually the ashes in the box.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
He didn't bring the gun. I think if he had the gun, he would have shot himself, but he hanged himself.
Okay. That's a good clarification, actually.
Ohm has figured out, he's seeing things in that room. He's kind of the only way out at this point seems like it's the dumbwaiter, right? He goes back to the dumbwaiter. Fiona's there again. So he's clearly seeing things in that room. He figures out a way to get himself down, though. There's this little clock in the room with this little boy that hits it every time every half hour or something.
It's a miniature figurine thing that has like a pole and it
hits the bell.
Every hour it hits the bell.
And so he moves the bell, and then that thing will hit if he sets it, it'll hit the dumbwaiter button. So he can go down, and then that will bring him back up. So very, very clever, I got to say, for a writer. Yeah. He has some skills, But yeah, so he goes down to the basement. He's looking for a way out. He goes down to the basement, and man, is it creepy down there. He does turn a light on. There's some lights down there. He walks through a hallway. We see some weird trinkets hanging from the ceiling, a bunch of little things like some figurines, like that little figurine we saw from the beginning and that Fiona was playing. This is hanging from the ceiling. But he gets to the end of the basement, and it's really just a solid brick wall. Right. So there is no way out from that basement. And just weird things keep happening, right? The recorder that he brought with him starts playing just on its own. The recorder's just playing on its own. We hear Fiona again. We hear her, as she's been stuck in that basement for a while, and she says she thinks someone is down there. She's walking around, and he finds some chalk on the floor.
Yeah. Happens to be there.
Just happens to be down there. He finds some chalk.
Manifested it.
Yeah. And he's obviously remembering back to when Fiona told him the Irish folklore things about how if you had chalk and put that circle around you, you're safe from witches and whatnot.
I think it was Fiona's chalk. She always carried it around.
Maybe. Okay. It was Fiona's chalk that she left down there. It may have been because it was down in the basement. He picks it up. Good for him. I'm glad that Ohm picked that up.
Yeah.
But now he's realizing he has to get back to that dumbwaiter because that little boy's gonna hit the top of the hour, and he needs to get that.
Otherwise, it's another hour
up to the honeymoon suite. Exactly. He gets back there. It's not moving quite as quickly as he expected. He hears things. The lights go out.
Oh my God!
He's hearing sounds. He's hearing screaming. He's hearing the laughing.
Yeah, something's coming.
It's dark down there. Something's coming towards him, and you just see this thing come into frame. It's the witch that's down there. It comes into frame. It is incredibly creepy because you're just seeing the face at this point.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
And it's slightly obscured, right?
Yeah.
It's not quite clear.
It's not. It's done so well because it's so subtle. Luckily, the dumbwaiter, that little boy,
the last moment,
does hit it. He's able to escape in the dumbwaiter up. He gets up to the honeymoon suite. He looks down. He actually even sees the witch, right? Mm-hmm. He sees the witch. Like, she's not giving up. Like, she's coming up in that dumbwaiter. No, she doesn't need to come up the dumbwaiter. Sorry, she's able to climb up.
Yeah, what was it like the dumbwaiter? I'm like, this girl can like scale the walls.
She's got some like nails. You know what I mean?
She's like Spider-Man.
Yeah, she is.
Oh my God.
Yeah, she gets up there. She's now hunting him in the room. He's trying to escape this witch that climbed out of the dumbwaiter. It falls into the bathtub.
You knew that was going to happen, though. You knew he was going to fall in that.
Yeah, it's really gross
because
it looks
him.
Like blood. It's like dirt. But
sewage.
He's remembering some of the things that Fiona told him, right? So he goes to the bed. He's like, okay, if I draw this like chalk circle around myself. So he draws it around the bed, and then he hides in the bed that we know from earlier has that curtain around it. And he's hiding in there. And that witch is just like surrounding the bed, but is unable to get in. Yeah. Yeah. So it looks like the chalk ring worked. She's unable to get in the bed. And now I guess he falls asleep and cut to the next day. It's daytime now.
He survived the night.
He did. Mal's back at the hotel. So Mal, had locked Ohm in the room, and now he's back at the hotel, I guess, to take care of some things. As he comes back, he sees Ohm's car there, and he sees that Jerry has made his way back to the hotel. So Jerry jumped out of that van, got his way back to the hotel, still wants to get up to that honeymoon suite to find Fiona because, he knows there's something wrong there. Mm-hmm. And so Mal's kind of telling Jerry the same story, right? That they checked the honeymoon suite, that Fiona's not there, and convinces Jerry to leave, take Ohm's car, and kind of save yourself, right? The guards are looking for you. Save yourself. Get out of here. So meanwhile, Ohm wakes up from his slumber, realizes the witch isn't there anymore. So he leaves the bed and he looks out the window and he realizes someone's there. So he sees Jerry. He knows people are there now. Mm-hmm. And he remembers that there's that mechanical call bell in the honeymoon suite.
Yes. I love this.
Yes.
I love
it's
this.
It's so good. So he goes over, he starts like pulling it, right? But at this point, Jerry has left. He's out in the car. And so Mal's like getting all worried about that. Jerry comes back in to get the keys. He keeps doing it. But again, every time he's doing it, it seems to be the wrong time and Jerry isn't hearing it. Mm-hmm. So he actually is pulling so hard on it that it actually breaks, unfortunately. But he is able to fix it. Again, I think he's relatively resourceful.
He is. You're like, he's a writer. I'm like, you're like dissing him. Like, he's very smart.
I'm not
like, why are you dissing writers?
I'm not dissing writers, but like, I just wouldn't think that, like, I wouldn't think that he would be like mechanical and like know how to do that stuff.
He's figuring things out. He's imaginative. He's resourceful. You have to be resourceful and imaginative if you're going to write like fiction, Al. So I think you should revise some of your opinions.
I think the figuring out that you take the bell away from the thing and that little guy could like hit the bell. It's just, I don't know. I don't get it. I don't get it.
It made sense to me.
Not so smart. He was playing with his dad's gun at 10 years old.
That's true. Touche.
All right. Jerry, he had his way out. He comes back though. He feels like something isn't right. He comes back. Meanwhile, we've got our resourceful Ohm up in that honeymoon suite. He fixes that call bell, fixes it, pulls it. Jerry hears it. And at this point, it's a very interesting part of the movie, right? Jerry's like, he knows something is not right. He needs to get up there.
Yeah.
He comes back in, he hears the bell. And at this point, Mal's just like gives up and tells him everything.
Everything. This dude gives so much context.
He does. Mal confesses.
Tells him everything.
To killing Fiona and tells him everything. Like at this point, Jerry didn't know anything, but he confesses to Jerry.
He's done it multiple times, though. He just like tells
he has
stuff.
He has
loose lips sink ships. Come on, Mal.
Yeah, but yeah, Mal. Jerry makes his way up. He's like struggling because he's been very hurt from when he jumped off of the van.
Yeah.
Gets his way up there, brings an axe with him, right? Yeah, Jerry's got an axe with him at this point. Yeah, he has a key, gets up there.
He's a survivor, Al. You think he doesn't have an axe stored away?
Well, but Jerry gets up to Ohm. He gets up there. Meanwhile, like Mal was downstairs. I guess maybe this was his plan all along. There's a space heater and he puts a bunch of stuff on it. And his plan is to just set that hotel on fire.
Like, dude can't confess to his wife that he had an affair. So he kills a bunch of people and sets the hotel on fire.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
it's a
okay.
little much, Mal.
A little much.
But yeah, so, and then again, like, why not set the hotel on fire and like leave at that point? But he doesn't. He gets the crossbow. He follows Jerry up there. And actually, as Jerry's about to save Ohm, shoots him in the head. So poor Jerry meets his demise.
Yeah. Cheers, Jerry.
Cheers to Jerry. Cheers to Jerry.
Let's pour
We're
one
gonna
out
take
for
a swig.
Jerry.
Yeah, pour one out for him. So R.I.P. Jerry. Now Mal's just like hunting Ohm in there. Okay, Mal, again, I guess showing his resourcefulness, was able to take the key off of Jerry's dead body. So now he has the key and is able to actually get out of that honeymoon suite, should he need to. Ohm is trying to escape, right? He can't get to the elevator. So he's got the key though. He's got the only key. So Mal's hunting up there with the crossbow. He gets in that dumbwaiter and he goes down to the basement. So his escape now is going back to where there was no escape.
There's no
the basement.
exit.
No, there is no exit. Yeah. But he gets down there, the hotel's set on fire now. They're starting to
Go up in
flames
flames.
everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Ohm's in the basement. Mal's like asking him for the key. He comes down and joins him. But Ohm is down there. He realizes he has the chalk. He starts to put a chalk ring around himself, right? He's going to protect himself from the witch that he knows is down there. But before he can finish that ring, the witch comes and gets him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now it cuts to Mal coming down. Looks like he's been there for the first time. He's very confused. He
like,
walks through.
Oh, this is the basement
place.
that I
This
sent
is the
Fiona
basement.
down to.
Yeah,
This is
like,
it. This is pretty scary.
Yeah.
I like this.
He sees like the trinkets hanging from the ceiling. One of them now
what?
is the key. Yeah.
Yeah.
One of them's the key that he needs. So he's all like happy he found that. As he goes to reach for it, he now sees the witch and the witch shackles him.
Yeah.
All right. So Mal's shackled. We see Ohm again. He's also shackled because he saw the witch. He wasn't able to finish this little chalk ring.
Yeah.
But we see that, he sees the woman again in yellow, which turns out we learned that was his mother who he shot and killed at 10 years old.
Oh,
right?
I love this part. Yeah.
And she's, he's apologizing, saying he didn't mean it.
Oh, so sad.
And effectively her role there is telling him to not give up and sort of reminding him that he has the ability to get out of there.
Yeah.
Right. And so he remembers he has this cutting tool.
Yeah.
In his jacket. I guess he had it the whole time.
He has it because Fiona used it to cut him down.
To cut him down.
When he
So it's in
hung
his
himself.
It's in his jacket, I guess.
Yeah.
But it's in his jacket. He also used it earlier to get into that box with the gun. But he has that. And so he's able to actually to free himself from the shackles.
Metaphorically and literally.
Yeah. And exactly, Ash. Yes. He's facing his childhood trauma.
Correct.
Mal does not meet that same fate. Mal just gets dragged to the underworld. Does not know what's going on.
Bravo.
Yeah. Yeah. He gets dragged in. You just see a lot of like demon things. He gets taken in there. Ohm frees himself, gets to that dumbwaiter, leaves. He has the key now. He gets down the elevator. The whole hotel at this point's on fire. I don't know how he comes to smoke inhalation. I don't know. But he like passes out for smoke inhalation. And then who's the hero that comes in now? It's Ferg. Ferg's back.
He's back.
He's
knew
back.
he was
I guess
coming back.
I guess he was like looking for Jerry. Like, I don't know. He realized Jerry jumped out of the van. He's looking for him again. But he actually carries Ohm to safety. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So he saves him.
Is he the hero?
Well, we'll talk about it. But now, cut to Ohm waking up in the hospital yet again. It's the second time he's woken up in the hospital. He's writing. Looks like he's doing better. We don't really know how much time has passed at this point. But Albie is back.
Albie's back. Albie,
the bellboy, who also
Albie
works
works hard.
He does. Second job at the ice cream shop.
Albie has a bunch of jobs.
Yeah. And, but we learn, what has happened. The hotel basically burned down. There's some things left. We learned that Mal wasn't found. Albie admits something else to Ohm at this point.
Yeah.
He apologizes to him as he hands him a bottle of whiskey that Ferg got him.
So good.
And he says that he actually spiked Ohm's flask. So after Albie tells Ohm that he spiked his flask, Ohm's kind of looking down. He's sort of rethinking things, right? Like what was real, what wasn't? Was I tripping on the magic mushrooms? But he does look down and he sees that on his wrists, he does have the bruises from where he was shackled by the witch.
Right.
But he's certainly thinking about what was real. Yeah. See, it seems like something must have been real, but he's definitely questioning it. But, he's learning that I guess he's kind of revisiting the ending of his book and kind of thinking about what Fiona said. He's really been through some things.
Man.
He is a changed man at this point. So he rewrites the ending of his book, and no longer is that soldier, killing the little boy by breaking the bottle over his skull, but he actually wants the little boy to kill him. Little boy says no, throws the bottle away. And then you see, I guess, some sort of other hard material that's revealed in the sand. So, looks like they're going to be okay. So he gives it a Hollywood happy ending of his book. And that's Hokum.
The other hard material is like a goat. It's a goat skull.
It's a goat skull? Oh, I didn't know what it was. I didn't know what it was.
Yeah, it's a goat skull.
Okay. All right. Well, he was inspired by the goats, and that's Hokum. So, it ends where it started, back to his book. But lots of things to dig into, a lot of questions at the ending. I did love the ending, but I think it definitely leaves you thinking about the movie a lot and really making you want to watch it a second time.
Yeah, this is definitely like an ultimate horror rewatchable. Like you just unpack more things as you rewatch it.
You notice so much more on the second time too. There were things like I just didn't notice. And then you watch it the second time. It's so great.
It's kind of brilliant. So Hokum, the director, Damien McCarthy, he wrote a really weird horror movie from last year, Oddity. Did you see it?
I didn't see it, but I heard about it.
It's the girl from like Game of Thrones, and her twin sister's murdered, and she's like a blind psychic, and she like uses all these like inanimate objects to like try to find the truth. I haven't seen it, but we should maybe do it, because apparently,
yes, I want to see it.
If you watch the trailer, it's very similar. It's like also takes place in Ireland and all of that. But apparently, this specific screenplay took about 2 years to finish. And it's so interesting. So I guess he was having trouble with the script because it was just supposed to be Adam Scott's character, like up in the honeymoon suite. And there wasn't another character until he added Jerry to add some kind of like hope. Like he needed, apparently it was just, no, there was like other characters in the hotel, but the whole thing was supposed to be him like surviving the night. Right. Like it was just going to be him against the elements or his own demons or whatever. And then once he added Jerry, it added some like hope. Yeah. It added some hope. So that wasn't, once he added that, he said it like kind of clicked for him. And then in terms of Adam Scott, I mean, I don't know about you. I thought he was amazing in this. Like he was just
Adam Scott plays horror very well, and he plays like the asshole very well. So yes,
but that's what it was. It was like the darkness. So I guess Damien had seen him in Severance. You watched Severance? Like I love that show. Like amazing. And he thought like, oh, he's like really good. He's like kind of dark. He probably is like the right amount of darkness for this because we just described the movie. He's not like a likable protagonist, right? He's an asshole. No, like he's mean
horrible
to everybody
in the movie. Yeah.
He has some redemption if you think he has redemption in the movie. So he had to like cast an actor that would be able to portray that. And I guess like it was just offered to Adam Scott and he took it. But I guess like for him, for the director, like the deal breaker would have been like, oh, like I think he should be like more like likable right at the beginning. But Adam Scott like got it. He was like, no, like I think you gotta have to win everyone over. You have to win the audience over so that you're rooting for him at the end, right? Because otherwise you'd be like, I don't care, like kill him. The witch can take him, whatever. He's like not a good guy.
Drag him to the underground.
Drag him in there. And then in terms of where it was filmed, so it was filmed in Ireland, which is really cool, but it was filmed in like a private house or something. And they turned it in, they like used art direction and everything to turn it into a hotel. And then a lot of the dumbwaiter elevator stuff was filmed in a film studio. In Ireland. And then the honeymoon suite, this is like really creepy. It was actually like sealed up. Like there was like an entrance in the back that everyone had to come into. And then once you were in, like you were in, I think it was in a studio. So you were like filmed, it was like in darkness. So a lot of Adam Scott's scenes, I think he spent like 3 or 4 weeks like in the actual honeymoon suite filming most of it. He was like alone in
by
this,
himself. Yeah.
By himself in this honeymoon suite, like so creepy. So he kind of had to act against the hotel, right? Like the rooms and all of that. That was his, those were his scene partners. And then in terms of, so the redwood tree, we talked about this earlier. Those are like, they're not specific to Ireland, right? You see them a lot everywhere. But I guess in terms of the hokum, like the hogwash, like the folklore and all of that, the redwood tree specifically has significance because apparently the witches that would like hang out in the woods, if there was a redwood tree there, it would banish them.
The witches that would hang out in the woods
or like haunt it. I don't know. Like there's a lot of like Irish folklore, which is really interesting if you read up about it. But I guess the redwood tree specifically, it would like banish the witches from the woods. So they had to take a refuge in some of these basements, which was like,
so she was like trying to like survive.
Yeah, I guess so. Like the redwood tree, like she couldn't, once the redwood tree was there, like like she couldn't, and this was just based on like folklore, not specific to the movie, but it would like banish these witches, their entities like from the woods, and they would have to take refuge somewhere else, which would be the hotel, the basement of the hotel. And then we talked a little bit about this. It was very intentional to make the witch not very clear, right? It was always, she was always kind of obscured by the netting in the bed, by like the darkness that would kind of come into frame. And that was intentional.
When Albie saw her, when it was just the light of the lighter.
Yeah. Like it was intentional because like it's scarier if you don't see the whole thing. And I completely agree. Like the use of jump scares, the revealing of the witch, it was used right sparingly, which makes it definitely scarier. And then we talked about this kind of the timing of the movie. There wasn't a cell phone in the movie. There wasn't one.
I did not realize that, but his laptop, Ash, was modern.
So the laptop was modern. So I guess that's the one thing, because he apparently McCarthy did it intentionally to not date the movie. Like it could have been, it kind of like, you know, play into like the old timey things. Because now if you were,
I love that.
If you were like recording like your final words, you would probably put it on your iPhone, like your voice notes, right? He had this like old school recorder that Fiona borrowed that she used. But that was definitely intentional. And I guess so. I do want to watch Oddity. I know maybe we'll do it like eventually, right? That's his previous horror movie that was also really well reviewed, 96%, right? Like I said, on Rotten Tomatoes, Hokum was 90. And I guess some of the things from Oddity appear in Hokum, most notably the little brass bell at the front desk, a little bing. So if you're an Oddity fan and you watch this, you'd be like, that's from Oddity. So that was something.
When was Oddity out, Ash? What movie? What year
like
did that
2 years ago, 2024.
Okay. Yeah. Let's watch that.
Yeah, we should definitely 100% watch that. But yeah, those are some of the behind the scenes for Hokum. Okay, this time for Screamometer. All right, Allie, I'm going to let you go first. What's your rating on Hokum?
All right. I mean, I think you can kind of tell from just my excitement about talking about it and everything. I mean, Hokum, it had everything that I wanted in a horror movie. It really did.
Yeah.
And from the first 30 seconds, I didn't think so. And then it just got like better and better from there. This movie, I think it had everything. I love haunted hotels. I love the non-jump scares. For me, Hokum was a 9 out of 10 on Screamometer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Yeah. I almost gave it a 9. I'm thinking of like the scariest ones that I have, like rated like a 10 out of 10. I gave Hokum an 8. I thought it was very, very scary. Okay. Yes. And even on rewatch, I'm like, okay, this is so good. 8 out of 10. I thought it was absolutely creepy.
So good.
I will say this.
Story was good.
So I rewatched it last night, but on my first watch, actually, I knew it was coming when that witch was coming up the
Oh my God. Up the thing. I know.
And I went to my CH. I'm like, you have to come, let's just sit with me. I'm like, I literally like can't, I know what's coming. I can't watch this like alone. So he came out.
When she's coming up a dumbwaiter that first time.
When she goes to the base, I'm just like, I know what's going to happen. Like she's coming. Like, I don't want to do this alone. So he came out and like sat on the couch with me while I watched it. So like maybe that should raise, I mean, I gave it an 8 out of 10. But when I do that, I know that I'm like legit scared. So yeah, it was very scary.
I just remember like I did yelp at like a few points in this movie. I'm watching it.
How are you yelping?
I did. I was just like, you know, you're just like, do that. It was so well done. But the atmosphere and everything they created, I think that elevated it for me.
Yeah, agree.
I loved that claustrophobia-ness of it. I loved the dark old hotel. I loved it. And so, it was like 10 minutes in, you're just like, oh yeah, like I'm going to absolutely adore this movie.
Yeah. It's like you said earlier, it kind of has everything that you want in a horror movie.
It does.
Psychological.
It really does. It hits all the boxes for me.
Sparing jump scares. It's so good. Like this guy needs to make more. We need to go see Oddity, apparently. All right. It is time for Sip and Tell, where we discuss our personal experiences related to the content of the movie. Allie, what is your Sip and Tell for Hokum?
Ash, would rather you go first on this one.
You'd rather me go first? Okay.
Yeah. Why don't you go first, Ash? You know, let's switch up today. Why don't you go first on the Sip and Tell?
The entire movie for me was a Sip and Tell.
The entire movie.
I am extremely claustrophobic. Okay. That is my one thing.
I know. I am too.
That I am terrified of is being like in a confined space. I do not like it. And I have several situations that have happened to me where this happened and I, you know, immediately was claustrophobic. So I've been stuck in elevators before, and I know everybody probably has been, but once in an office building and then once in my apartment building a couple of years ago. And it was me, CH, and our dog. Okay.
Yeah.
And it was one of those like metal, and it was like a metal frame of this elevator. And we went down to like the lobby and it wouldn't open. Okay. And like we had a little King Charles Cavalier Spaniel, and like he was there, which is like kind of comforting.
Yeah.
But immediately it wouldn't open, and I immediately freak out. Like I'm like Dwight in The Office when the elevator doesn't work. I'm finding a pee corner. I'm like immediately my cell phone doesn't work because it's like the aluminum or like the whatever it's made of. And so I was freaking out. In my head, it was like 20 minutes. It probably was like 30 seconds, to be honest, by the time we went up to the fourth floor and like opened the door. But I immediately freak out, and just like my CA, she's like, it's okay. I'm like, I'm just like, I have to get out. Like, I'm going to like climb up. In my head, I'm like, I'm going to climb up to the roof and like get out. I'm going to do the witch from Hokum and like climb out of there. Like, I was so scared. So that happened. Eventually we got out, and then this is the thing. We lived there for like another year, and I would not take the elevator, only if I absolutely had to, and only with drinks. Like if I had a drink or something and I was like calm, I could like get in the elevator. Otherwise, absolutely not. I would take the stairs. So that rang true for me. So yeah, that was once in the apartment building. And then once I was with you, we were like going to some bar in Baltimore, and it was like an old school, like wooden elevator. Yeah. And then a bunch of people got in. I'm like, absolutely not. So
no, I have to get out. Yeah, I can't do it. I'm the same, Ash.
That whole thing to me was absolutely terrifying. And then the other sip and tell is just kind of like the woods aspect. So we grew up in a rural area in Canada, New Brunswick, Canada. And like we would play in the woods, and there was tons of those trees, like those big tall trees with like the sap and everything. We would play there on our own, by the way. Like our parents, like
we were like kids.
They cared where we were, like just be home by dark. Like, you know, that's like what happened.
It was a different time.
It was a different time. But that like looked familiar, I guess, to me.
Yeah.
And we would kind of know our wooded
bands in the woods. Yeah. Sometimes there were like random people you'd see too, you know, like.
And we wouldn't even like question it. There were just like random things. You're like, I guess that's abandoned. So yeah, those are my sip and tells. What about you?
I like the claustrophobia when Ash like that. I know. I mean, I remember the time with you in that elevator, and I'm the same way. For me, so every time I see a dumbwaiter, I love it. So we were current husband and I were staying in Philadelphia at this really cute like old boutique hotel a couple of years ago, and they had a dumbwaiter in it. We were like so excited
in your hotel room.
In our hotel, yeah. Well, up to the floor.
Were you in the honeymoon suite?
No, we weren't in the honeymoon suite, but it brought it up to the floor. So I think we were on the third floor. And so it was to help with it was supposed to be for your luggage. So if you didn't want to, this was a couple of years ago. And so if you didn't want to lug your luggage up the 2 flights of stairs, you could put them in the dumbwaiter. No. We used it for something. We definitely used it. You'd load it in.
Ironically.
Press the button. You would go upstairs, and it would take a minute, and it would be there for you. Yeah. So dumbwaiters, you know, are a big part of these old hotels. Scary. Like, would I ever get in one? Absolutely not.
Still functional.
But my luggage could potentially happen. Yeah. Still functional. And it was probably like over 100 years old. Still working.
I don't like it. Yeah. I don't like that.
I mean, I don't like dumbwaiters. I didn't jump in it or anything. But who knows? I didn't look down though to see what was down in the basement. But yeah. But
was it just your luggage, or was there like something in your luggage? Like, who knows what would happen in that shaft?
I don't know. I think you could use it for like drinks, like if there were like a bottle of wine or something. Like if you didn't want to,
goes up to you.
Okay. Yeah, and it goes up. It was great. It's like, but those like still happen. Like the dumbwaiters are still a thing in some like old. Well, at this hotel in Philadelphia. Yes,
I've never seen a dumbwaiter.
This boutique hotel had a dumbwaiter, and you could use it to bring your luggage up 2 flights.
But I think they're like you could just have an elevator. They're using it ironically.
There wasn't an elevator. Yeah, well, it wasn't. It was just for like a little one. You couldn't like. Well, I guess maybe you could like squeeze yourself in there, but it wasn't for humans. No. It was for like luggage and things.
Okay.
Yeah, they do still exist, Ash.
Okay, they exist. Dumbwaiters. All right, who knew? Yeah. Okay, this time for Sips and Scares. What were the scariest parts of this movie? Let's do our number one. Al, go.
The very beginning, the figure on the stairs.
Oh, that's your number one?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it was scary.
Unexpected.
How is your number one not the witch crawling up the dumbwaiter? What do you mean?
That's not my number one.
That's not your number one? Okay.
That's on the list, but the beginning, the figure at the very beginning, and then you think it's going to be like lights out, but it's not.
Okay.
And she's behind him. I thought that was so great because you weren't expecting it. It's like the first 2 minutes of the movie.
I guess. And you expect it to be in front of him and it's behind him. Okay. Fair enough.
And you know what the second one is for me though?
What?
Just that sound of the goddamn mechanical call bell.
Yeah. No, it's scary.
And when Fiona's like up to, it's so scary.
It's
like
scary.
just that sound, it was very terrifying. Cause I mean, I love auditory horror. That was so great. And when, Jerry's recalling when he saw Fiona there, that's my second one. I thought that was absolutely terrifying. But again, you weren't expecting it.
When it cuts to her, like pointing up to it.
Oh,
like,
it's so
come
scary.
on. That was so scary.
Yeah. So
okay. My number one was the witch crawling up the dumbwaiter, because you could like kind of barely see her.
Good.
And then you saw her and you're like, ah.
Yeah.
Jack the Jackass when he's in the bed and the donkey.
In the bed. No, I know. And you're not expecting, because he like peers through and like as he wakes up, and then obviously when he's on the screen. Yeah.
You said you yelled. I like screamed. I'm like, ah! Like, even
Horrible.
the second time, and I knew it was coming. It is so unnerving and jarring.
It is. It's so jarring. I didn't remember it though. As I watched it a second time, I didn't remember that happened.
Just as surprised.
So I did. You're just like, I was just as surprised
God.
as the first time. Did not remember. I think anytime we see his mom too.
Yeah. Anytime we see his mom, and like, because the mom makes several notable appearances when she's in the elevator with him.
The first one's the best though. Yeah, she's standing behind him. Yeah.
And so I think by the end, like, you're kind of like acclimated to it, right? So like, it's like less scary when you see the witch like pull him into the underworld. Right, Mal into the underworld. Like, I think that would have been scarier, like if I didn't like kind of see it throughout. But limited jump scares.
I don't really care seeing him get. And then I think the recorder too. So when Fiona's describing seeing something and all of that, that's done really, really well. Again, feeding into that auditory horror, like so well done.
And I think just like we talked about claustrophobia, like the claustrophobic like nature of the elevators, the dumbwaiter, everything about that. Even like the bed with the netting, that was claustrophobic, and the
whole thing. There's the dread, just the dread that was created. No way out,
Was the bathtub the scariest thing you've ever seen? Just the dirt, like ew, like what was in that bathtub?
Like blood, Ash. I agree with you. It did look like blood. Like I don't think it was
dirt. Like, come on,
it was really gross.
Like maybe like
fell into it.
Ugh. Like scrub that down with some soap a little bit. Like just send someone up during the day.
Drain it. They didn't even drain it. They didn't drain it. They didn't take the champagne glasses.
Who knows what fluids
away.
are in that thing? Like it is disgusting.
Yeah. I don't want to know.
I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, well, there was champagne. I mean, whoever was there, it looks like they had like a nice time before it got boarded up.
Well, they do say that running. They say that one thing. They're like, a bride locked herself in here for a week. Like they would just throw grenades at you in this film and then never address it again. You're like, wait, what? Mm-hmm. Like at one point I thought that his mom was maybe like the witch. Like I think we all did. At one point you're like, does she come here and sacrifice something and she's the witch? Like at some point, I kind of all thought that. I thought that.
No, I didn't. But now that we're talking about this is why the dumbwaiter was broken downstairs, right? Someone like cut it. Because they're like, the witch was probably just like free for all, like, going up and like grab someone, bring him down to hell, to the underworld.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of chains up there. Yeah.
Yeah. Someone figured that out at some point. And then they were like, you know what I'm going to do? Just like cut it off at the source and like cut the button on the bottom. I think that's what happened.
Okay. It's time for cliches and ripoffs. I think there's a lot for this movie. What do you got, Allie?
There's so many. Ash, I have such a big long list here.
Go ahead.
Okay. Number one, skeleton key.
Yeah. Obviously. With
the chalk. For those of you who've seen the movie, but also we covered Skeleton Key a few episodes ago, the chalk, that would protect yourself. Although we learned that it wasn't protecting you, it was keeping you in. But in any case, this was used, the chalk used here really reminded me of that. Yeah. For me, did you see Agatha Christie's The Haunting in Venice a couple of years ago with Tina Fey?
Oh, I loved it.
The vibes of this with the darkness and kind of figuring out the same. And so I kept thinking of that, like an Agatha Christie book. Yeah. When I read this.
No, that's actually very fair.
Inspired by that. Yeah. I have a lot more, but I'm sure you
Well, I know you have this one, Nightmare on the 13th Floor. Yeah. So Nightmare on the 13th Floor is like an indie. It's not Canadian, by the way. I looked that up.
I know. I said that wrong. It is not Canadian, but I have the DVD.
But they have like the whole thing with the latched doorway thing.
The
they
elevator.
Close it.
Yes.
The elevator.
Was he inspired by that? Because it really seems similar.
And then they close it. I'm like, very Nightmare on the 13th Floor. Just in terms of like so many tortured, angry, grumpy writers, right? The Shining, we have Sinister, we have 1408, right? All of that. 1408 with the hotel room. Although different vibes, but very similar
to 1408. So he must have been like a Stephen King fan. I mean, obviously, I think any horror writer, because
he's done interviews.
It was very similar.
So he's done interviews and saying like how he didn't want to be like Kubrick. He wanted to do something different than The Shining. So he like deliberately would like do things differently than like Jack Torrance and all that, even though he was inspired. And I think the twins at the beginning were like a nod
The
the founding.
axe.
Come on.
There's a lot of things
The
in
axe,
this. Yeah.
Beazle. We just covered
definitely
Beazle,
Beazle.
guys.
I know. I love we
The
said
witch.
Beazle, and then you watch this, you're like, oh, okay, yeah, the witch.
Yeah, the witch.
Yeah.
The
What was
witch in the
scarier, Ash,
basement.
the Beazle witch or this witch?
I was terrified by Beazle. I think this, because you didn't like see it, like you just kind of like saw it sparingly. You were like imagining it in your head. I think that was scarier. But
Yeah.
what do you think?
Yeah. I think I agree with you. I was definitely more scared in moments of this, but I like haunted hotels. I love those. So that I always get an edge for that, you know?
Yeah, same.
Like just kind of being an old house and it existing for that long and feeding it.
Yeah.
Beazle was great for that.
It was great. Okay, wait, because I have to say one. Halloween H2O, the youths of the dumbwaiter.
Oh,
Right?
yes.
Who did it
That's
better?
the one I was
Halloween H2O or
With
or
Michelle
this movie?
Williams.
Yeah, Hokum.
Halloween H2O did it better.
I think it did it better. It was like
Yeah,
it was
the
so
only way to
scary.
escape. Oh my God.
Was the dumbwaiter.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
But that I immediately clocked that. I'm like, oh, that was like these are the only two I can think of that were there where they're using the dumbwaiter. It was like really, really good.
So good.
I saw the TV Glow, and this might be a weird one. So I saw the TV Glow. You and I watched that with your CH a couple years ago.
Yeah.
We were in,
Yeah.
like, in Palm Springs, and we had very like we didn't really like that movie, guys. It's a kind of a
Well,
weird
it's not
movie.
a horror movie.
It's
I
not
think
a
the thing
horror
is
movie.
It's not a horror movie, and it was classified as that. And you're like, this
But
isn't
the
horror.
thing, okay, but the thing I found interesting and kind of like a ripoff of it was that, so Jack the Jackass clearly, he's looking at him through the eyes of a child that has experienced trauma, right? So like he sees it differently probably than he did when he was a kid. And I saw the TV Glow did a very similar thing. They saw it when they experienced the trauma, everything was like really creepy and they figured things out. Yeah. And then when they saw it later, it was very benign.
Yeah.
So I thought that was like,
Oh, I think, I
Kind
completely
of.
agree, Ash.
yeah, similar to that.
Yeah.
Yeah. National Lampoons. Come on. National Lampoons with Chevy Chase up in the attic, looking out
in the
through that
attic.
little window. Okay, guys, all they had in the honeymoon suite.
Christmas vacation, guys.
Christmas vacation. Okay, Christmas vacation. Chevy Chase up in the attic when he gets stuck up there. He's looking out like this tiny little circle thing to try to like yell out to his family. Very similar to what
It was
Owen was
similar.
experiencing
No,
in the
Ash, you're
honeymoon
right.
suite.
You're right.
He's like, hey. He like sees Jerry in like the car. He's like yelling out. It's this tiny like, little circular window.
Oh, it really
Come on.
is.
It's giving.
It is.
Giving Chevy
It's
Chase Christmas
giving
vacation.
Christmas vacation.
Yeah.
One last one and get ready to drink.
Okay. I got my
Pet
flask.
Cemetery.
Oh, wait. she uncorks it. Okay, wait.
That's right.
You have to explain
Pet
this to me.
Cemetery.
Okay.
Hanging.
Oh, the hanging. Yes. Okay.
You weren't
Sure.
expecting it.
You weren't expecting it. Yes.
Yeah, the hanging. I mean, any hanging is going to remind me of Pet Cemetery. It's
It's
also
true.
a reason to drink. So
Yeah. I forgot, like the housekeeper. Yes. You're right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. It is time for alternate endings.
Yes.
Do we have alternate endings?
Tell me we do.
I'll tell you what. We have an alternate ending.
Yes. Oh, I hope it's what I hope it is.
But it wasn't filmed. Okay, that's the caveat here. The original ending. There was an original ending that was written into the script, and he changed it to make a movie ending. Okay?
Oh, much like Owen Bauman did
Correct.
with his book.
Correct. I think that was like a nod to this. So the alternate ending that was originally written was much bleaker than what we saw on the screen. Okay, so originally we have, and this is what he originally wanted. He was setting Ohm up to be an asshole, right? He burned Albie.
assuming Ohm dies.
He killed his mom. He was like a douche to everybody. And in the early drafts of the script, right, the director wanted to like punish him. It was like, he's going to like maybe survive the night, maybe not. He's going to end up in the basement. And originally it ended with him succumbing to the fate, right, of the witch like taking him. So it ended with him like in the dumbwaiter, and the witch was like coming for him, and that's how it ended.
Oh wow!
So it was like almost
So he
like
didn't
karma.
even was the hotel on fire at that point? He would have died from the hotel fire if he didn't get out?
Yeah, actually, I don't know if they had the hotel fire in that. Maybe not.
Okay.
But that was originally what it was. But it was deemed like too
interesting.
dark, right, for like an audience, and they want it to be more like a redemption arc. So yeah, so they rewrote it. But originally it was supposed to end almost like his book, right? Like where he was like trapped in the thing, and like I don't think he would have cared because like he was such a douche in like so many parts of it. Like that would kind of make sense. But I think the way that they wrote it with the redemption and him like forgiving himself right? Since he was a kid, his mom like giving him permission to forgive himself. I think that was like better. And he was changed at the end. Like he read Albie's script, right?
Yeah.
He like changed the ending to his book.
Turned down the alcohol.
He was like, changed his ending in honor of Fiona, right? Who didn't want to read like the bleak ending.
We have to talk about the ending though. We're going to talk about that now.
Let's talk about it now. This is it. This is our
Like
last
your
chance.
thoughts? Yeah. Okay, this is the last chance because I have thoughts about the actual ending. I appreciate there was an alternate one. I like the ending we got.
Yeah.
I will say after hearing what the alternate one was.
Yeah.
I want to talk about this because like there's so many perceptions of what the ending meant. Like, yes, he was drugged. He looked down, he saw the bruises.
Yeah.
I like to think that none of it was real.
Huh.
That it was all in his head. And I have done a deep dive on this, what the director said, right? Like, and on rewatch, I noticed this. I don't know if you were doing this as well. Apparently the director was saying that when you can see some things in the reflection of Ohm's glasses throughout.
Oh.
And you'll see if it's real or not. So like, for instance, and we paused it and I was looking at this on rewatch. When he's watching Jack the Jackass on the TV, if you look really closely into his glasses, you see the white noise from the TV, but you don't see anything else. So that's not real. That's not real. That's just the white noise from the TV.
I didn't think that was real. Yeah.
Yeah. There were a lot of parts. I like to think that none of it was real. The witch wasn't real. Like none of it was. Like, it's just so crazy to me to think about that. And I guess I just wanted it to be him like tripping on mushrooms. But I know there's a lot of different opinions on that.
So I think that holds up because he was tripping on mushrooms and like he either was going to succumb to his guilt and die in that basement or like get out. The only thing that makes me think something was going on was Mal, right? Mal wasn't high.
I know.
So Mal was in the basement. He did succumb to the witch, like and he was, the whole thing with the witch.
We don't know if that's real though. We don't know if that actually is true.
We don't know. But the whole thing was like the witch was going to like damn the men that were like evil, right? She was going to like take them to hell. So the fact that they didn't find his body, maybe Jerry took him in the woods. I don't know, but that's the only thing that like pokes some holes in that theory. Well, he did kill
Jerry, but him coming back, like maybe none of that was real, right? Yeah. Like maybe he didn't come back. Like
maybe,
I don't know. I like to think that none of it was real. I know that a lot of people think all the witch stuff was real. I think none of that was personally.
So where did his bruises come from?
I don't know. Could from something else. Could have been like when he fell, like or something. I don't think they necessarily came from the thing.
Okay, so you don't think it was real, but do you think that he manifested it in his mind?
Yes, absolutely. I think we were seeing it from his point of view, all of it, especially at the end and all of that. Like as you saw it earlier, it was a brick wall. There was nothing there. I think he thought he saw the witch. I think all of that was happening. But I think it's kind of brilliant because it was like
that's why I love a fight in his mind, right? He was either going to succumb to it.
I think it was all in his mind.
Yeah.
He had to overcome it and it helped him grow.
And like Fiona clearly died of starvation.
Dehydration. I don't think she was killed by the witch. I think she never, it's interesting though. She just crawled back in that dumbwaiter.
I don't think she ever got out of the dumbwaiter. Did she?
But it would take a while to die from dehydration, like 3 days.
Yeah, maybe she got out.
She just hung out there for 3 days.
And tried to get back in and fall asleep maybe, but then her eyes were open. Yeah, the whole thing was weird.
Her eyes were open. It was weird. But clearly the witch didn't take her to hell. So yeah.
She was like a good character. Yeah,
she was. But I want to know, like, from the listeners, like, what you think. I just like to think that it was all fake. I know there's evidence that it wasn't, but I'd like to think that it was all in his head. I just thought that's a better ending for me.
Well, I think the title of the movie gives it away. Hokum, like hogwash, right? Like folklore. Like it's not supposed to be taken, I don't think, literally. But he had the mushrooms and like he manifested this in his mind. He was going through something, right? Like we were talking about the purgatory.
So, like the chalk, all of it. Like it was all things that he read. Like he would even see things and like there happened to be chalk there because he looked at it in the book. Like it was all just things in his head. I really think so. And the witch was just because he heard that story at the beginning. I think it was all in his head.
I think so too. And because he was even seeing things at the beginning with like his mom and stuff. So like, you know, he wasn't all there. Like clearly things were happening. Yeah.
But I'd love to know what the listeners think. Was it real? What parts were real for you? Do you think that it was all just in his head? I'd love to know because I think this movie really conjures up a lot of those questions.
And I don't even care. I loved it. I like that it's ambiguous. I want to be left wondering why.
Why do you want to watch it again? Like you have to watch it a second time. And like I was looking for those things in his glasses because I read the director said that. And I know the director wants it to be ambiguous, but I'm choosing my ending.
Okay, it is time for the villain. Who is the villain of this movie?
I mean, obviously you've got Mal, but I think the real villain, you know, childhood trauma, Ash. Childhood trauma that can haunt you well into adulthood. guns, trauma, and unlocked gun box, I'd say a lot of that.
I'm going to say the father. I'm going upstream. The father had a loaded gun in the house and blamed the kid who was like 5?
Like, it was in like a box, like a toy box. Yeah.
So he was like playing with it. They probably had like Westerns on the TV. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was 100% the father. The father drank himself to an early death because he felt guilty about leaving a loaded gun in the house. So I'm going to say guns.
I agree
specifically
with you.
the
father kept that gun, and then he kept the gun apparently. So yeah.
And
I think that's a really good one.
And I was so moved actually in parts of the movie, like the mother, like forgiving him, like she went up and like hugged him, and like some of that imagery, oh my God, like you're just watching it and it is so tragic. She was the angel. It
was tragic.
And so was Fiona. Like Fiona was also like an angel, right?
The women in the movie were great. The men were all probably problematic, but the women were great in the movie. Yeah,
they were the ones that like caused them to redeem themselves. I don't know, but they were like the force of change in this movie for sure.
And Jerry was great too.
Come on. Jerry won the movie.
Yeah, Jerry's the best. Yeah, Jerry won the movie. Jerry's the best. 100% not the villain.
No.
Love Jerry.
Yeah. And he like, okay, yes, he killed his wife, but it was a mercy kill.
A mercy kill. Euthanized. You know what? She was in pain.
Yeah. And she came back to him later and thanked him. Right. So Jerry was not the villain. And who else wasn't the villain? The goats. Justice for the goats.
They weren't.
Justice for the goats. Guys,
I know.
I don't like it. Yeah.
No one likes it, Ash.
Well, that's going to do it for Sips and Screams episode 33, Hokum. Thank you so much for joining us and listening today. Join us next time as we sip on more themed cocktails, maybe out of some flasks, I don't know, and discuss the good, the bad, and the truly terrifying of our favorite horror movies. Cheers.
Cheers.